Hey guys!
Hey guys!
It's Ryan.
And Jessica.
Coming to you from
El Salvador.
Today we have two very special guests. We have Roxana, who's a good friend of ours. She lives in the area, and we've gotten to know her over these past 8 weeks. She's helping us out with learning the Spanish, and it's coming along. It's little by little, or poco a poco, as they say. And as well, we also have Santos here. Santos is going to be our interpreter today. He has done some of the subtitles for our videos, and that's been a huge help, so thank you, Santos. Today we're doing part 2 of our Salvadoran Perspective series. So if you missed the first part, check the playlists. You will see in there the first entry in Salvadoran Perspectives. And if you haven't seen it before, what this is it's an opportunity to gather the thoughts, opinions, and perspectives of people who've lived here and grown up here their entire lives. We found that a large percentage of our audience is Salvadorans living in the USA, in Canada, and in Europe, and they're looking toward their home country and to see how things have changed with some excitement, and we thought we'd give you an inside view. So yes, I guess we can just jump right in.
Yeah, let's start.
Ready to go? Okay, yeah.
So, can you tell us what it is like for you growing up in El Salvador?
¿Nos puede decir cómo ha sido para usted crecer aquí en El Salvador?
Pues he tenido una experiencia muy bonita porque he convivido con familiares y amigos.
I had a really beautiful experience because I had the opportunity to grow up with family and friends.
Okay, great, excellent, yeah.
While we're on the topic of family, do you have much family here in El Salvador, or could you tell us a little bit more about
Hablando
your family?
acerca de su familia, ¿tiene más familiares acá en El Salvador?
Sí, la mayoría de mi familia vive en El Salvador, pero no estamos, digamos, como que en un solo lugar. Ahí que estamos todos dispersos.
Well, most of my family members live here in El Salvador, but we are not living in the same place. We are in different places here in El Salvador.
Okay, great.
Sure.
Yeah. So you try to see each other on the holidays over Christmas?
So, de tal manera que tratan de verse en las celebraciones y para Navidad.
Sí, tratamos la manera de estar unidos.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
we try to look for ways to keep united.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to go on, or?
No.
Okay,
go.
sure.
You take it on.
Okay, so your experience growing up in El Salvador was no doubt, or is no doubt, different than your daughter's experience growing up in El Salvador. Can you talk a little bit about how Carolina's experience is different than your experience? Carolina is Roxana's daughter.
Yeah. She's around here somewhere.
Okay, la experiencia que su niña Carolina está teniendo, digamos, pues no va a ser tanto diferente como la que usted tuvo. Pero, ¿qué diferencias percibe usted que puede haber, digamos, para Carolina en el futuro?
Pues ahorita el gobierno está apoyando mucho a la juventud y a los estudiantes.
In this moment, the government is supporting very much to young people and students.
Okay. So how is that support? What does it look like? What kind of support are they giving?
¿Cómo es ese apoyo? ¿Qué tipo de apoyo están recibiendo ellos?
Pues por medio de la tecnología hay pues como plataformas, ¿no?, de estudio donde ellos estudian y pueden como ir practicando para poder desarrollar un trabajo o un proyecto.
Students have more access to technology,
Okay.
so they can have more opportunities to learn more, so they can have the skills to learn a skill for a future job.
Okay, great. I think Carolina is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Pienso
Carolina.
que Carolina
Carolina.
está por ahí. Carolina está por acá.
Come.
Ven, Carolina, nuevamente. Ya, justo a tiempo.
Hola, Carolina.
Hello, Carolina.
Hola, Carolina.
Carolina, you are on camera.
Carolina, usted está en cámara.
There are thousands of people watching.
Hay miles de personas que nos están viendo, Carolina.
Can you tell them a little bit about what you want to be when you're older?
¿Puedes decirles a ellos, a la audiencia, qué quieres ser tú cuando crezcas?
Enfermera.
I want to be a nurse.
Okay.
A nurse.
Okay, and are you studying right now to be a nurse? Are you working hard?
¿Está estudiando ahorita para ser una enfermera?
Yeah. Okay, great.
Sí. Yes,
So,
yes.
why a nurse? Why?
¿Por qué una enfermera? ¿Por qué una enfermera?
Me gusta trabajar de enfermera.
Because I would like to work as a nurse.
Okay, that's a reasonable answer. Yeah.
Muy
Okay.
bien. Es una,
Muy bien. Yeah.
respuesta
Okay.
razonable.
So, do you have a lot of friends at school?
¿Tienes muchos amiguitos en la escuela?
Yeah. And
Yes.
do you guys like to have fun? And what kind of games do you play?
¿Y se gusta divertirte? ¿Qué tipo de juegos juegan en la escuela?
Pelota de aros de caballitos.
Well, I like to play with balls, and also I like to play with those rings that the PE teacher places on the ground, and I jump from one ring to the another one.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, awesome.
That sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun.
All right.
All right.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, great.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess you can stay. You want to stay? Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Quieres quedarte? Okay. Sí.
Okay. Great. So let's see.
We were talking
here.
about technology?
Yeah, technology. Right. So back home in Canada, and I'm sure in other parts of the world, technology is seen as having somewhat of a harmful effect on young people. Do you find that there's that concern here as well?
Allá en Canadá hay esa idea de que la tecnología puede ser dañina para los jóvenes, los niños. ¿Se mantiene esa idea aquí en El Salvador?
No, porque depende del uso que le den a la tecnología.
No.
Si es el uso para educación, les favorece.
No, because it all depends on how technology is used. Because if it is used for education, then it really helps.
Okay, great. Sure, yeah. What are the biggest differences between El Salvador in 2015 versus El Salvador in 2022? And how do you think that has impacted Carolina's prospects for the future?
Si usted pudiera decirnos acerca de las diferencias de el año 2015 al 2022, ¿qué diferencia puede ver y qué perspectiva pudiéramos decir puede tener su niña Carolina para el futuro?
Pues hoy en el 2022 el presidente está ayudando mucho a la población.
Now in 2022, the president is helping a whole lot to the population,
Okay.
to the whole population.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Está apoyando a los estudiantes y a los niños para tener un mejor futuro.
The president is helping students and children so they can have a better future.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so something we hear about a lot from people outside the country is they wonder if all the changes for the better that the country has seen will persist into the future. What's your take on that?
Mucho de lo que se dice, tal vez las personas que están afuera están pensando o están preguntándose si los cambios que se están observando se van a mantener en el tiempo.
Depende de la población,
Sí.
porque si la población sabe de que el presidente les está ayudando demasiado, y si ellos pueden, digamos, como que pedirlo para presidencia, pueden seguir habiendo cambios en el país.
It all depends on the people. If the people keep supporting the president, and then the president will be able to keep helping to the population.
Right. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Do you have any? on burning questions, pressing?
Yeah, as you know, El Salvador has gone through an immense change of how things used to be. When exactly did you feel the change, like in your heart, that Salvador has become the place it has come today?
El Salvador ha tenido unos cambios muy significativos. De momento, ¿cuándo cree usted que empezaron a surgir esos cambios que está viendo en El Salvador?
Cuando el presidente Nayib Bukele entró a la presidencia.
When President Nayib Bukele took office.
I think that one we didn't need the interpretation on. We understood
Yeah.
that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Bien,
But
eso.
thank you. Yeah.
No necesita interpretación.
Yeah.
Ya conocen esa respuesta.
We hear the words Nayib Bukele. We understand. Yeah. Okay. So Jess and I, we had the opportunity to go to La Libertad to take part in the Independence Day celebrations, and we understand Carolina was also part of that, right?
Yeah. Tuvieron la oportunidad, Brian y Jessica tuvieron la oportunidad de ir a La Libertad a la celebración del Día de Independencia. Entiendo que Carolina, su hija, también formó parte de esa actividad, ¿cierto?
¿Sí?
See? Yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
we noticed that people had a lot of pride, and they were waving the flag with a lot of enthusiasm, and even more than we're used to seeing on Canada Day back home. Is that a new thing here? And if so, what was it like before?
Pudimos observar que muchas personas ondeaban su bandera salvadoreña con mucho orgullo. Algo, digamos, que de momento incluso no se ve en su país, Canadá. ¿Esa forma de celebrar fue algo diferente o igual que anteriormente?
Este año ha sido un poco diferente porque la gente no tiene miedo en salir a las calles a compartir con los demás.
This year has been so much different because people are not afraid to go out there on the streets to share with other people and are not afraid.
Right, that's great. Yeah,
Muy bien.
yeah. Okay, so there are, in the audience right now, there's no doubt a large number of Salvadorans watching. We've seen that that's a big part of our audience.
Vemos, actualmente muy posiblemente una gran parte de nuestra audiencia está mirando.
Yes, and if you could say something to the Salvadorans who are living abroad, what would you say to them?
Si pudiera decirle a ellos que viven allá fuera de nuestro país, ¿qué les gustaría decirles?
Pues que no se olviden de dónde vienen, a pesar de que El Salvador es un país muy pequeñito, como dicen el pulgarcito de América, pero es muy hermoso.
So please do not forget where you come from. Even though El Salvador is a tiny country, but it's beautiful, and do not forget your root, where you're coming from.
Que no pierdan las tradiciones, que siempre se acuerden, que vengan a visitar a los lugares turísticos que hay.
Keep those national traditions and come to visit the beautiful places that you can visit here in El Salvador.
Yes, and we second that. In addition to Salvadorans living abroad, there are also many Canadians, Americans, and Europeans watching.
De igual forma, así como hay muchas personas salvadoreños que están fuera del país mirándonos, también hay otros extranjeros europeos.
And they are looking to El Salvador as a place to visit, and many also as a place to live.
Ellos están mirando a El Salvador como un lugar para poder visitar, pero también para poder venir a vivir.
What's your message to those folks?
¿Cuál sería el mensaje que usted les haría llegar?
Pues que salgan a conocer lugares, si les parece donde llegan, se pueden quedar, aquí son todos bienvenidos.
So come visit us and see the place, and if you decide to come, you are very welcome here.
Okay, yeah. So that's how we feel since we got here.
Así lo sentimos nosotros también.
Yeah, and Carolina, is there anything else you would like to add as well?
Carolina, ¿te gustaría decir algo más? ¿Un poquito algo más? ¿Qué te gustaría decir? What would you like to say?
Me gusta decir que...
Habla
Algo.
duro, habla durito.
Un poquito duro.
Me gusta decir que se cuiden bien el corazón, que estén muy bien en el país.
I want to tell them to take care of yourself and take care wherever you are.
Muchas gracias, Carolina.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah. Okay. Any parting message for the audience before we wrap it up?
¿Algún mensaje para la audiencia antes de que terminemos?
Pues que no se olviden de dónde vienen y que pues siempre tratemos la manera de ser todos iguales.
Please try not to forget where you coming from and try to respect everyone for what the person is.
Okay. Great. All right. So that's going to do it. We have part 3 will be coming up soon. If there's anything that you want to hear us ask, please drop that in the comments below. We will keep notes and we'll make sure to add those questions to Salvadoran Perspectives Part 3.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us today. Hope that yielded some insights for you.
Big thanks to
yeah.
Carolina.
Big thanks to
Roxana.
Carolina, and Roxana, as well, of course, to Santos. Yes, so as always, head on down below, leave your comments, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications to be notified of new content, and all that stuff you say on YouTube.
All right. Well, that's it for today.
All
All
right.
right. See you guys.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.